This is a rematch of the game, 4-player game. I'm going last this time. We're playing on the ice cream parlor one, which means if we cover, well, each of these that we cover, we get to place a kiosk, and if all of them are covered, then the kiosk income goes up by 1. So each kiosk gets an additional 1. So that's pretty nice. All right, anyway, a couple things. We've got Australia and Americas, and then 2 pretty easy animals, sea animals and reptiles. Reptiles are certainly prevalent. Sea animals with the advent of the new one. I haven't really gotten a feel for if there's more. I could certainly go count them, but I feel like there's quite a bit of the aquatic animals in the game. So these shouldn't be too bad to try to work towards. Of our 3 options, the sponsor, we can drop a sponsor to take a different one when we use it, or if for some reason we have this upgraded, then we can discard one to buy one, essentially. So not a fan. We've got 2 cards. Either we don't discard cards, or we can snap a little earlier. I think this is more useful. I don't like any of the card ones, but this one, if we're stuck and we don't even know where we're going yet, if we're stuck with not a lot from our opening hand that matches these, but there happens to be one on the board that we can snap it at 3. So I'm going to keep that one. This allows marking of cards. Okay. It's fine. It could put card in your hand, could get you a little bit of money. It's something. This one here, you can discard a sponsor card for 4 if it's blue, or if you actually upgrade sponsors, you can discard any card for 4, or you can discard that card to reduce one of your multiple potential played sponsor cards by 2 strength. I don't plan on upgrading that. It's certainly possible that I do, but in general I don't. I'm going to just take the animals as a default. It's not great, but what are you going to do? Okay, so we got our 3rd card, and it's better than the mark card. So this one here allows us to ignore a condition if we have it at the 5 slot, or lower if it's upgraded, but we can only build 1 animal or play 1 animal. This is generally a nice option just in case we get an early one that requires, say, a science tag. And then we can put it out. Maybe we find a reptile with a science tag, or an animal with one of the 2 continents, North America or Australia, that's got a condition that we don't have. We get this up to 5. We can play that animal and potentially qualify for one of these things earlier. So I'm going to take this one for sure, and obviously I can't take both of those, so I am doing the early break. Both of these have potential to help us score one of the early projects. All right. Cards is in the 5 slots, so it's of no extra help that I can snap earlier. So let's take a look at what we got here. We have 3 green cards. Serengeti National Park. So here's what I was saying about this. So we have the animals that allows us to play this without needing the partnership, although I think this one's even better. Yeah, it costs an extra $1, and it takes an extra spot, but yeah, I think this one, and this one's even better actually. 3 less points, but that's nice to be able to build that, but this is kind of a not great. I would need at least one of those tags anyway. All right, so I'm going to keep this. Also, I'm also going to keep this. Oddly enough, except for this emu, I've got nothing for any of these here. I could get one water spot. I could build another, so that's something I could do with this. I think I'm going to keep this. I've got one bird in the pipeline. Birds are pretty decent. Again, I'm not keeping this thing. This is maybe a late game thing. Even then, it's not great. So I think these are going to be the 4 that I'm going to keep. And then we'll see what comes up on the card roll. All right, so the cards that are out there, this one we might want to go grab. I know it takes 2 of those science tags, but with the upgraded animal, or not upgraded animal, with the animal ability, I can ignore 1 if I'm only building 1. So I could get around that if I wanted to, but I would still need 1. My plan right now is to build a 3 here. I thought about putting the kiosk here, but that's just going to give me 1, well, I guess 2 income later on. I think I'd rather put it here and give me more to branch out at, and still have access to this $5 in case I need it later, or need it early, I guess. Now this is going to scavenge, so maybe I can pull something reasonable, but since it's all going to be the stuff people have discarded that doesn't really fit these, maybe I can get an easy bird, because a bird isn't one of the prerequisites that we need for these given milestones. Well, I think I'll build that, put the kiosk here, and then I'll build this bird or play this bird and then see what the cards are. Maybe it'll just be something I can work with a sponsor. Otherwise, maybe I'll just use this to snap this guy here. Yeah, we'll see. I don't like my starting stuff. Again, there's always the option to, like, I could build this here, put the kiosk on the $5, maybe use this to grab $4 or $5 or whatever later on, sack this guy for the Serengeti National Park since it's only 4 points I'm losing, and then later on play this guy. That would work and get me, $7 towards income, which would give me 4 income for that. That's something. And I would do it early. I really don't want to put this here, though. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it here just in case. We are going to get more kiosk than normal, and I will get an extra income from it once I cover these other 2. So it's not ideal, but it may help. We'll see. All right, let's play the animal and do the scavenging and see what we get. If it's something that can replace this thing, that would be great. Maybe a sponsor we can use, who knows. Well, this gives us an income of a point and a point, so it's nice to get out early, and I've got it in position to go. Clever Monkey doesn't hit anything, but it's something we could at least purchase and maybe put in there, but that's only for 5. This is going to be worth 2 initially. It's probably going to be worth 5 throughout the course. I don't know if I'll get anything on the end game points for it, though. We'll see. Yeah, this one doesn't cost me anything. Might as well keep that one. I'm already to 7, or we're already to 7 on the break. I think I'm just going to play this guy that we just grabbed. I mean, ideally I want to have a kiosk here, but I need to build to this thing anyway, so I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to put my piece right here. I really don't want the break to occur where I get a chance to do anything or to do my association. So I'm going to just take an X for cards. I do want the shoe bill. It is now in the 1 spot, so I may be able to, build here and grab it or something like that, or build a 2 and then put a kiosk there and grab it. That's a potential option. Or just put a 1 there where where that would go. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to drop this down so as to not rush the break. And then I will do my release. All right, so I'm going to do the release. Get my meeple. Now, I'm going to upgrade the build, I think. So, the reason for the build is because I need to get to this. I need to get both of these guys kiosks to try to start increasing my revenue. My revenue is only 9. I'd like to be able to get the shoe bill out. It's not going to happen. So I'll do some builds next turn to grab it and see what we see. All right, I'm gonna do the build, try to get my infrastructure a little better. I think I'll put the kiosk here. I'm gonna move the cards down when I get the chance. Also, that's next to something. Put this down here. And now I'll take the shoe bill. And then I'll build this last one here. Yeah, it doesn't need to be by anything, but I kind of want to go around this thing to get to the last kiosk build. Alright, I got my income up to 12. Not great, but respectable. Gonna move this down. If there's no break, I'll probably use my association. Alright, so I'd like to use the association to grab at least one of these that's got a tag there. Again, I've got the animal that can ignore one thing, so I get the shoe bill out and I can get another 5 or probably take 2 rep. Also, these here, small animals and conservation zoo. Conservation zoo's maybe a little easier. Need 5. I'll probably have 4 or 5 at the end, although I don't have a real line on anything right now. I'm going to just take money. I'm going to choose the building that gives me a science tag and a bird. That'll get me my second bird tag. It'll be my first now, but I'll be playing the shoe bill. I will take a bird. Hopefully it's something good, but all right, nothing I'm playing soon, but that's okay. I'll be playing the shoe bill next. All right, so now I'm going to play the shoe bill. I need to use the play one animal, one less condition. And he can go right there. I'm going to take the 2 rep when I get it. All right, let's do the build. Let's try to connect to the last kiosk spot. Do a 2 there. 2s are always good. I think we'll put this guy here because I'm going to put the free kiosk here. And I need this. Need that for this guy here. And that freebie goes there. I can build one more spot, but I'm certainly going to upgrade this so I can make a break to this. I don't think I want to buy another one of these. What's my income? 20? 20 is pretty good for now. I think I'm good. And I guess I could put it right here. Do I want to? Sure. Let's leave a big space open just in case we need one by water. I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to need the extra $1, at least right now. All right, so I only have 1 X token, so I cannot do the conservation project. I'd like to play this one from my hand. Now, this one intrigues me. I think what I will do, I need to drop one of these two, either sponsor or cards for next token, because I don't want to rush the break. As it is, the black player and the red player could end it. Either one of them could. Either one of them might. So I don't think it's going to probably get back to me. But what I do want to do is I'm going to drop the sponsor token, and the reason I'm going to drop the sponsor token instead of the cards, if I knew they were going to break, I would probably drop the sponsor. If I didn't think they were going to break, I would drop the cards. So if they don't break, I'm going to play this with an X token. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get a 5 income. If they do break, I'm probably just going to grab some cards in the beginning, and then when I do this at 5, I will tuck 2 cards for 4 points. I'll pick 2 cards. Like this one's not great anyway. This is fine, but you know, I'll likely find 2 cards with which to do this, and that'll be reasonable. So that's my decision. That's why I did the sponsors instead of the cards. All right, it looks like we had a break, so I am going to grab some cards and use them for the tuck once I do the next one. Hopefully. Let's see what we got, though. I mean, I certainly have one I can dump right now. Gosh. Crazy. I mean, this can be very nice, but well, Engineer is one of the best cards. What am I looking for? Actually, this is easy. I can't even play this thing. I have no place to put the big aquarium, so that's an easy discard. Okay, so I am going to do my project from my hand. Now, I'm going to choose the third slot. I'm going to grab another card that ultimately I'm going to use to play 2 cards from the hand to tuck each. Up to 2 anyway. Right now I can do it with 2 that I have. If it were just now, I would choose this guy and Engineer. Engineer is a great card. It's a little later in the game for this. It might be worth 5 if I actually fill the zoo. I don't know that I'm going to fill the zoo, so I may just dump it for 2. This one's got a reptile tag. There's no indication that I'll get up to 4 to play this, but at least it's 1. It's got a pretty decent ratio to come back. So at any rate, let's do the third slot. I know I'm giving up on a point for this, but I'm grabbing a card for another tuck. I have enough now, but with a break, I may not get the cards. So I'm going to wait to do the tuck until I get my bird draw. It's pretty decent, and I have a 3. This one is certainly better than this one. It's $2 more for effectively 2 more points. I don't have a green tag right now, but that's not terrible. I'm going to build something for free. I could go grab a card just to get an extra thing to toss. And that way maybe I can keep the Engineer. And does anything up there look particularly good? Oh, although this guy, too, there's already 4 up there. I may just grab him and keep him. I'm going to take the point this time, I think. Let's take him. Again, I don't have that tag, but that's not terrible. We'll do this, and then we'll pouch. I'm going to pouch this card. Again, this card I think is superior to this one anyway. What to do? Basically, I'm debating between the turtle and engineering. The turtle is guaranteed 4 points, does cost me money. The engineering is a potential 5 points at the end of the game, but I would rather rush it with true points than end of game points anyway. I still have a lot to fill. It's early in the game, certainly, but I do have a lot to fill. I'm gonna get rid of this one. And I will, of course, donate And with the donation, I'm able to take one. I think I'm going to take, I kind of want to hang on to him for a little later to get more of the Australia tags out there, as that's one of the keys. So I'm going to take the orange. So I'm going to take a partner zoo, and I'm going to choose Americas. That way I'm able to play this guy here. I've already got an enclosure for him. So not terrible for that. All right, I'm going to do an animals. I have the North America tag, so I can play the macaw. I'm also going to play this turtle. I'm just going to put the turtle here. Waste a spot, but that's okay. I've got the build coming up in a minute. So we'll play these two guys. All right, 3 kiosks or pavilions. I'm going to put pavilion here. Opens up this area to the 5, so if I need to build a 5, I can. I think I need to, I've got small animal connection, but this one might actually be easier anyway. Let's see. Let's do another one right here. Another connection. I think I want to just do another one as well. There we go. Increased my income to 29, and this will give me a little bit of bump as well. So 30 is my income. I don't have any money. I am a target for pilfer. Don't want to be pilfered, but what are you going to do? All right, while I would like to have more cards and more card capacity for my ability to tuck cards in the break, I think my best bet at this point would be to rush the break with $4 or getting $4 from a sponsor. So yeah, that allowed me to utilize the build, get it out of there, save X tokens, get an X token for that. I just think that's all around better. So I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to take the point first, obviously. I think I'm going to dump this card for 2 points. I can play this, grab the Australia tag, and upgrade cards, and then pick this up with cards, giving me yet another Australia tag and a scavenging, which may get me this card again. Well, actually, it's going to be tucked, so I won't be able to get it again, but that's okay. So I'm going to pouch it for the 2. It'll get me 1 additional income as well. Go from $31 to $32 income. Okay, so there's a few things that I want to do. I certainly want to play my association and get the Australia tag. It does work towards this, but I also want to make this one cheaper, and I really want this one to put down. I've got this three spot open, and now no creature to put there because I used it for tucking, pouching. So I want this card, and I want to do a build and maybe cover that spot to pick that up. However, this is a more important card. This release of a bird, I'll lose no points on this bird here if I release him. So I do want that. Now, looking at my opponents, no one's got anything in snap range except for potentially if he plays the sea animal project and does a snap and grabs it, but he doesn't have any birds to release anyway. So I think I'm safe to delay one round for this and do the association. And upgrade. Ooh, interesting. I really want to kind of have this upgraded so I can just, if I do this, I can just build them from scratch. That's even better. I think I'm going to upgrade this. I do still want this card, but I can build this for 14 because of the 2, and then this one right after that for 6 more for 20. Easily donate, no problem. That may be risky for this guy here. I may just do this first. So we'll see. All right, so the bird release should be safe for 1 more rounds. I'm going to do my animals so that way I can make sure I get this scavenging bird here. Well, I can't play this, so I'll take this. I want this card, which is now in my reputation range, and I'm going to use this. I'm going to build. Let's put a 2 there, I think. I'm taking this for sure. And I think I'm just going to put this here and then be done. Because I want to save $5 in case there is a terrible, terrible steal. So I don't want to give up this card. So I'm going to pass on this. All right, so I am going to do cards. The only real card that I want from the lineup is this guy here. I'm able to play this card. I even have an enclosure for him. But I don't want to get just one card. I want to be able to use the tuck with the breaks. I want to get a few more cards if possible. So I'm going to use cards and just grab cards and discard 1. What do we got here? Oh, that's good. All right, so overall not bad. I mean, really the card that I don't feel like playing is probably this one. Although this will get me another card, or will likely get me another card. No, I'll only draw 1. All right, maybe I get rid of this thing. Alright, so I'm going to play my release. Well, let's see. What are we dumping here? Laughing. Because we won't lose anything. We'll take the income here. That way, if we do get another turn before the break, we can play this guy and tuck something. See what happens. Let's see. I will select the one by the water. It's by both water and mountains. Gives me a little more flexibility. Alright, so we get discard now. We've already got 3 of these. We need 2 more. I think that's a better option than getting 7 more small animals, especially since I just got rid of one. So I'm going to discard this one. Alright, unless something very strange happens, I should be able to play this on my next turn. And even if not, I'll have at least access to this. I could snap it and play it without without worrying about both of the science tags because of the animal card that I have. So I'll be able to get 4 animal tags of reptile. So I don't need this one. Now this only gets me 2 points. But I've already got the condition for it. I can build it in either one of these 2 spots. And even later I can build the reptile house and move some stuff around if I have to. So I'm going to get my free point, and then I'm going to pouch those 2 cards. And then we can always take cards to get more stuff if I have to. Alright, been hit by a venom, but my guess is the money won't play a huge part. Well, we'll see though. I'm going to ignore it and do animals. I can't do that one because I don't have a second one. I mean, I could just do this one, but I'd rather play 2, so I'm going to play 2 animals. I'm going to play this guy. They're both by the mountains, so I guess it doesn't matter. That's given to nobody. Put this one down. And now we have 4 reptile tags. I need some places to put things. This big reptile can go places, and then I can move some reptiles. So if I just build, I can't move this one, but I can move these guys. That's 1, 2, 3. And that's 4, 5. So that'll work if I build a reptile house here. So I'm going to do that. And if I don't get that guy, well, then I've, undone some stuff that I can use for later buildings. It's a 0, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hold on. This guy comes from say this one. This guy comes from the only place it can come. And we'll undo the 2. We'll pick the one by the water so we've got a little bit more versatility. Now again, I can put this guy there if I'm able to. That is the hope. All right, I'm going to do the conservation project for reptiles. All right, I'd like to be able to play this guy first, but I need to... I don't have enough money for that. So I'm going to take 12, and now I'll have enough money to play it, provided that it's even still there. So at this point, it's 27 plus the $1 is 28. I'll have to pay for the venom, so I'll need $30. I have 33. So provided that somebody doesn't grab it or play it, we should be done at the end of the next turn. All right, so this is our end game situation. I had 109. Black player had 31. The red and blue player each had 58. And the blue player won on the tiebreaker. Overall 25 turns. It did feel a little fast, so that doesn't surprise me that it was only 25 turns. Yeah, the other players didn't really have much of a chance to get a lot going. Yeah, overall good, very speedy, and if you have any comments, let me know.